Among us here on the panel, who would say that they're perfectly happy with how their vagina looks?
Well, I think the thing is, I think when we were growing up, and not Stacey, because obviously we know there's this 20-year age gap, but when we were growing up, we only really worried about our boobs because that's what we saw. But I think in the age of pornography, where there is so much of it and it's available online, and, you know, I say to my kids, every boy you meet is going to probably have seen a vast amount of pornography. And just like everything else with pornography, it's a very warped image. I think that I worry about... Yeah, but I do worry. I worry about the young generation of women coming up and thinking, oh, my God, mine doesn't look like that. Because they do look like Barbie nuns. They really do.
Even the feel of it. And I worry about... I mean, especially... I know you said after having kids is different. It really is. But even before, I probably was conscious of, oh, is it right? Is anyone going to like it? And I had those insecurities, definitely. But now especially I feel, you know, if you've had children and then you meet somebody else, I sort of feel like, oh, is it a bit big now? Is it really?
Yes.
I know that sounds silly, but is it massive? Can anyone get anything from this?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just does make me... I do feel really conscious about it, even though
I think it's a younger thing, though. I think, again, you know, I know we go on about, but sort of social media, the right internet, the easily accessible porn.
Well, and the fact that nobody can have a bush under 30 years old, that's
is
why.
This 45%...
One fly in that flag.
No, but is this 45% rise mainly in the younger age group because of that
because of pornography?
Effect?
And so young girls are now saying, oh, my God, you haven't got hair, that's unclean. No, it's clean to have hair.
Yeah.
The hair, the bush protects
it's there
everything.
for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so now there's no bush, everybody can see what everybody's looks like and compare it and go, well, what's wrong with mine?
Yeah.
There are going to be thousands of different kinds of whatever word, I'm sure I can't keep saying nun, but I'm sure I'm going to be told
Vaginas.
Vagina. You know, there are going to be thousands of them, and girls, just like everything else, they're being told, you know, insidiously it's going in. Oh, it doesn't really look like it does in the porn
Well,
film.
this is what, you know, we're just talking about from personal experience, but we need to ask an expert now. Dr. Larissa Corda. Now, this is obviously your area of expertise. What kind of doctor are you?
So I'm a fertility specialist, having trained in obstetrics and gynecology.
So we were talking about there are thousands of it. You've seen lots of them.
Oh, yes, I've seen plenty in my time.
So you're a proper expert on this. Is this true? Are women that are coming to see you now, are they more anxious about how... Because normally if you go to see a gynaecologist, you're going for either you've got a health worry concern or for childbirth or something like that. Are they coming to see you because they're feeling that they're not normal?
Yes, exactly. I think over the years we've seen this real growing rise and trend in the number of procedures being done to reconstruct the vagina or vulva, and there's an important difference to make here. So the vagina is the birth canal that connects the cervix to the vulva, and the vulva is what we see on the outside. So it's made up of the labia minora and majora, which are the two, the larger lip and the smaller lip.
Is it the younger generation that are more likely to come to you for that, like Jane said, or do you see an influx in adults, older people wanting it done too?
I think that the younger generation is particularly vulnerable here, and we can sometimes see girls as young as 9 going to approach their doctor to ask for a reconstructive procedure, which is really, really distressing.
I've got a 10-year-old, 10-year-old girl, and obviously because I knew we were, this is a subject really important to us. I didn't kind of broach it, but I was sort of asking her about, do you talk about your bodies at school and this sort of stuff? Not a clue. It's not even entered her remit. So how are 9-year-olds even thinking about this?
So they get inundated with lots of images from social media, from porn that they may be able to access, and seem to think that they need to conform to a particular ideal, what's being dubbed the Barbie ideal, vagina or vulva. But actually, just as Barbie's had to reinvent herself over the last few years, and we now see a curvier Barbie, and we see Barbie in various different guises representing different ethnicities, that's how we need to see the vulva, that it comes in many different forms and shapes and sizes.
9 years old, though. I mean, I would question that child's background, what they're being allowed, you know, where are the parents in this? I mean, they shouldn't be looking at things online.
The problem is that there's just not enough education out there at the moment to teach children what is normal.
And because we're all so funny about talking about it.
That's right. It's still a taboo subject. No one wants to discuss. A bit like periods, you just don't talk about it.
Talking of taboo, is it true that people come in to see you and women apologise for their vaginas?
I get that quite a lot.
I always apologise for mine.
Do you?
Always. I get on the bed, well, I'm sorry about this and I'm sorry about that and I'm sorry. And this has really made me think, you know, with this campaign, I've thought, why do I do that?
Well, we mentioned earlier, and this is sort of relevant to you, Larissa, that we do have a lot of images to show you. There's lots of different types. Now, we sort of narrowed it down to 6, and we've given them our own names. I don't know if we can get the... I don't mean as in our names. I'm not called Andrea. Or I don't mean that. Because that would be weird. I know it's my birthday, but I'm not naming a vagina after me. There we go. Tulip, lily, sweet pea. These are a kind of basic structure, if you like.
That's right. So I've worked with a team to come up with these 6 different names of 6 basic shapes that we hope most women will find at least one that suits them. Now, you can see from just the basic 6 that we've put out there, and from, you know, Jamie's Great Wall of Vagina that he's so expertly constructed, that there is a huge variation of normal.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as one normal vagina.
Mine's not on there.
Sorry, we left that out.
Venus flytrap.
Now, you see, mine is on there, but mine's more extreme. So that's a really good point to make, isn't it? If you don't see yours up there, don't think there's anything wrong with you, because there's many layers of each one.